A surveillance network operates through a specific architecture of laws and standards that must be established before the first camera mounts to a city wall. When these systems monitor public spaces, like shopping malls or transit hubs, they trigger a range of obligations regarding data security and civil liberties. These rules dictate exactly how every second of footage is received, evaluated, and stored. This framework is codified in the British standard CCTV Operation Code of Practice. It consists of 12 guiding principles, which we can visualize as 4 mandatory operational pillars. The first pillar is purpose. Every camera placement must satisfy a specific legal goal and address an urgent necessity. The second pillar governs privacy and transparency. Operators must frequently assess if surveillance is justified and provide a publicly accessible contact point. The third pillar mandates data security. This restricts access to preserved images and mandates information be destroyed once its purpose is fulfilled. Finally, the fourth pillar demands accountability. There must be clear, documented responsibility for all data collection and audit activities. Integrating these 12 principles ensures that a system is legally justified and ethically sound before the hardware ever goes live. Moving from legal theory to physical reality requires defining exactly who will be watching the feeds and where they will be sitting. System monitoring generally follows 3 main configurations. You might have dedicated personnel whose sole responsibility is live response. You might use casual operation, where a receptionist monitors a screen as a secondary function. Or the system might be designed solely for recording and post-event investigation. For public space monitoring, the human element is regulated. Operators often must be licensed by the Security Industry Authority, which requires proving they have been trained to meet the specific competency requirements of the system. The physical control room also dictates performance. A well-designed room requires strict access control to prevent tampering, ergonomic layouts to keep operators alert, and dedicated cooling systems to manage the intense heat generated by high-end recording equipment. Far from being a simple utility closet, the control room is a highly secure environment designed to protect the integrity of the data and the focus of the operators. Even in an optimized room, human operators have biological limits. Staring at static feeds for hours leads to a rapid decline in the ability to spot subtle or critical events. This graphic illustrates a human's field of view intersecting a monitor array. The strict threshold: monitor no more than 16 screens simultaneously. Beyond this, detail is impossible to track. Additionally, display no more than 4 cameras per screen. Exceeding this lowers resolution, obscuring specific actions. To manage these limits, systems use automated alert mechanisms. Features like video motion detection or intelligent video allow the system to identify an incident itself, triggering an audible alarm or visual pinpoint on a facility plan to grab the operator's attention. Curious, this timeline demonstrates a record buffer. In systems that only record when motion is detected, a short-term storage loop is used. When an alert is triggered, the system preserves the segment from several seconds before the event, capturing the critical lead-up to the incident. A successful control room balances these human cognitive limits with automated triggers, ensuring that no critical event is lost to fatigue or poor resolution. A commissioned control room enters a state of continuous physical and operational degradation the moment it begins functioning. Maintaining the system requires an ongoing commitment of resources. This includes budgeting for hardware repairs, the physical cleaning of camera housings in inaccessible areas, and the expected costs of training new staff or upgrading equipment that has reached the end of its working life. To ensure these resources are being used effectively, management relies on key performance indicators, or KPIs, to track system efficacy. This chart tracks the first layer of performance. By correlating incidents identified through CCTV with response speed, management sees how technology translates into actual security outcomes. The chart expands to incorporate external feedback, including documented material requests and police feedback on the prosecution of criminals. Tracking these specific trends allow management to intervene early. They can adjust staffing levels or update camera angles before fundamental operations drift away from their intended standards. Operating a CCTV system is a dynamic, continuous commitment. The technology's power to assist public safety relies entirely on the rigorous, ethical, and sustained management of